Let me introduce Colorless Tsukuru Tazaki and His Years of Pilgrimage by Haruki Murakami. From July of my sophomore year in college until the following January, I, Tsukuru Tazaki, could hardly say I was truly alive. That was because I was suddenly and unilaterally cut off by 4 close friends, with whom I had shared a deep bond: Aka, Ao, Shiro, and Kuro. Aka and Ao were men, while Shiro and Kuro were women. I was never given a reason for the abrupt break in our relationship. At the time, I saw myself as an essential piece in the 5-pointed shape we formed together. Being cast out felt like I had been suddenly thrown alone into the dark ocean, from the deck of a ship in the middle of the night. Despair. Still, I managed to endure, and I felt that through my deep sorrow, I had somehow been transformed into something different from who I had been before. 16 years passed. I found happiness in watching people come and go at train stations, and eventually took a job designing them. Although I never got to build entirely new stations, I was content with my work. I also grew close to a woman named Sarah, who was 2 years older than me and worked for a travel agency. I had dated 3 or 4 women before, but none of those relationships had lasted long. Then, Sarah suggested that I meet the 4 friends who had cut me off in the past. I hesitated. I realized I still hadn't overcome the trauma from back then. At Sarah's urging and with her help in locating, Tammy returned to my hometown of Nagoya to visit each of the 4. Ao had become a domestic car salesman. Aka had started a self-improvement business and was doing well. Kuro was married and living in Finland. Shiro was no longer in this world. I took time off and traveled to Helsinki. There, I finally learned the entire truth. I accepted it all and felt that I had shaken off the shadow of the dark spirit that had haunted me for so long. Back in Tokyo, I reached out to Sarah, encouraged perhaps by Kuro's words, to ask her to start a relationship with me. But I also knew that there was the shadow of another man in Sarah's life.